The marathon phone call is over, but the war continues. Unfortunately, U.S. President Donald Trump held a 2-hour-long conversation on the telephone with Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. Of course, the main focus was to convince Russia to come aboard on a 30-day ceasefire in the Ukraine war. Of course, Ukraine has already agreed to such a first step towards peace, as many has hoped, but there is resistance from the Kremlin, and Vladimir Putin did tell Donald Trump that he is only willing to agree to a partial ceasefire. Certain areas of the war should be now included in the ceasefire. For example, attacks on infrastructure and energy sector, like nuclear power plants and the electric grid, as well as oil deposits and other infrastructure and energy assets. Agreed was also that there will not be any hostilities in the maritime war in the Black Seas. The weapons should be silent here as well. But the big but, of course, the fight on the front lines within Ukraine and in the Russian region of Kursk will go on. There is no ceasefire in sight. Of course, it is a big setback for Donald Trump. He has promised that he will bring peace to this 3-year-old war that has seen probably more 1 million casualties already. But this, of course, is a setback and illustrates that it is not that easy to convince Vladimir Putin, who, as it is reported, let Donald Trump even wait for this phone call. Both sides tried to make good statements, positive statements after the talk. Donald Trump said the negotiations will continue. Vladimir Putin, of course, is selling the call to his own people as success. The further discussions, of course, are planned, but clearly the disappointment here in the United States is palpable. Also, of course, in Kyiv, the Ukrainians have come on the side of the Americans only recently after the first showdowns, namely the one in the Oval Office. There is now the question how these peace negotiations can proceed, if it is really possible to find at least a 30-day ceasefire, which many people were saying was the first step towards peace. It is a complicated situation, and it was clear for Donald Trump on this Tuesday that peace to Ukraine will not come that easy.